the peanut butter pie is always a winner. It is a simple pie, but look at how decadent. Small slice goes a long way, comes together really quickly. It's easy, but impressive, gorgeous. I hope you guys make it.
To make the chocolate crust for our peanut butter pie, I like to make it homemade because I like to have a little bit of an edge on the pie. If you want to just buy one from the grocery store, go for it. This is going to be 29 chocolate sandwich cookies. You could use Oreos. I used the Walmart brand, just regular, not double stuffed. Unless double stuff's all you have, and then go for it. You might just need a little less butter. But we're just going to press these up into a fine crumb to begin with. While you're doing that, have about 6 tablespoons or 3 ounces of butter in the microwave. So I just have my processed chocolate cookies in a bowl, and I'm gonna use most of this butter. Sometimes I don't need all of it. You don't want it to be like wet to the point where it's almost like soppy. You need it to still have a little bit of texture, cookie texture to it that we can press together. Otherwise, when you bake it, it'll kind of fall down, and we don't want that to happen. So if you've ever made a graham cracker crumb crust, that's kind of the consistency that we're going with. And depending on how much cream there was between the cookies and things can definitely affect. So I always melt 6 tablespoons and then kind of eyeball it and look for the right texture. And then I may not use all of this in the pie, and save some, and we sprinkle it on top for decorations too. So you're just gonna press this in like you would any other pressed crust. I do like for it to come up over the top and kind of show a little bit more. If you've seen any of my graham cracker crumb crust videos, you've noticed this. This is what I like. If you want to just buy it, buy it. It just won't have that artistic flair, but doesn't necessarily matter. You want it to be thick enough that it's going to hold together when you slice it. And just a tip, I like to just kind of do this over a bowl so that most of it will fall into the bowl if there's extra. But you don't want it to be an inch thick. So if we have extra, we're just going to use it to decorate the pie later. It's hard to have the perfect amount, make it kind of cutesy decorative, and not have some fall out. Basically, having it come up this edge, it just makes it obvious that you took a little extra effort and you made it. I mean, it's not like we made the cookies that went in it, right? But it's going to bake for just a few minutes, just like 5 to 10 minutes. This one obviously is not going to brown to the point where you're going to be able to tell, but you do want to be cautious to not overbake it. So just long enough for it to set. Our peanut butter pie is not going to bake at all, so it won't bake anymore, but we just want to firm it up. All right, so now it's peanut butter pie time, and this is an incredibly decadent pie. There's nothing diet about it. You can make it keto. It is so high calorie though that if you're on any kind of diet, I just don't know that it's the right pie for you. But a little slice at a holiday or a special event, go for it. Don't blame me if you don't lose weight though, because it is not a diet pie. But delicious, you better believe it. We are going to mix together a block of cream cheese, 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar until it's one cohesive mix. I'm gonna do it with a little bit of vanilla. Once you have that mixed with no lumps, you just want to add in 1 cup of creamy peanut butter. The easiest way to kind of measure it is if I put some in my cup and then I melted it just a little bit so that it kind of fills in all the holes. You don't want it hot or actually melted. Just kind of soften it up a little bit. And we're going to mix this again until no lumps. You don't want like lumps of white cream cheese. All right, once you have that all combined, it's gonna be, as you can see, a pretty thick mixture. We're gonna add a tub of pre-made, like Cool Whip, whipped cream, whatever. If you don't wanna do this, you can just do it, make your own, about a cup of heavy cream with about a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, and then fold that in. But since this is so thick, I only wanna do a little bit of it. And that's gonna kind of soften it up some, where I will then be able to fold in the remainder of the whipped cream without it all deflating. Because right now it's pretty thick. consistencies are too different. This is a pie that does need to fully chill. So once we get it done, you can pop it in your freezer for a couple hours or in the fridge for probably 4 to 6 hours before you try to slice it and serve it. So our chocolate crust has cooled down. We're just gonna pour this in here and then pop it in the fridge, and we'll come back later and decorate it. Now, if you're gonna like cover it and over the top decorate it, kind of like I'm known for, it really doesn't even matter what the top looks like. But if you are like, I don't care that much, then you can make like pretty swirls. You can be a little bit more decorative in what you're doing right now because they'll see that. But with the amount of stuff we put on it, nah, they're not gonna see it. So into the fridge she goes. All right, so our peanut butter pie is all set up. And now, like I said, you can top it with whatever you want. I have some cut up, like Reese's peanut butter cups, some mini chocolate chips, some melted chocolate, and some peanut butter. This peanut butter is really liquidy. If your peanut butter is not liquidy, which most of them aren't, then you can just pop it in the microwave for a few seconds. I would put it into a different container. If you leave any of the metal seal on the rim, you'll get sparks in your microwave. So she says sprinkle my peanut butter cups, some chocolate chips, and the rest of my peanut butter cups. And drizzle. Look at that. They look delicious. All right, so now I'm just gonna let all of that dry and then we'll slice it up.
Look at this. Look at how delicious that looks. Oh, it's got the crunch of the crust and the creamy filling, all of the gorgeous, delicious toppings. Oh.